Aquatic 2000 Fish talks on Reef Aquarium tanks. First of all, a brief explanation from Aquatic 2000 Fish on a Reef Aquarium tank. It is a marine aquarium that prominently displays live corals and other marine invertebrates, as well as fish that play a role in maintaining the coral reef environment. A reef aquarium requires appropriately intense lighting, turbulent water movement, and more stable water chemistry than fish-only marine aquaria, and careful consideration is given to which reef animals are appropriate and compatible with each other. When considering setting up a reef aquarium, it is important to get a starting list of items that will be needed to properly set up the aquarium. There are many items that are needed for a tank to be properly set up, and some that are not needed but are nice to have for the tank. Coral. What sorts of corals should a beginner start with, you ask Aquatic 2000 Fish? The easiest corals for the beginner are the soft and their close relatives. Mushrooms, polyps, and leathers are easy starters. Next are the large polyp corals such as brain, frog spawn, and torch. Finally, the most sensitive corals are the colorful SPS corals. Live rock, when used as primary filtration with a strong protein skimmer, requires 1 to 2 pounds per gallon, depending on the relative dimensions of the tank and the density of the rock. We do not recommend this system for heavily populated fish tanks. Crushed coral, dolomite, or aragonite makes an excellent substrate. When used with a good wet, dry, and mechanical filter, using approximately 1 inch in depth is adequate. Other filtering systems may require deeper beds. Very fine sand may enter your pump heads, causing severe damage or burn out your pumps. Water chemistry. Contrary to popular belief, not all pH calibration fluids are the same. When purchasing pH calibration fluid, try to stick to major brand names such as Pinpoint, Hanna, and Milwaukee. A comparison done by Aquatic 2000 Fish showed a huge discrepancy in several different brands. In one case, a pH 4 calibration fluid measured pH 6. Bad calibration fluid could skew a normal reading of pH 8.2 to something along the lines of pH 7.6 to pH 8.8. A calcium reactor is not necessary for keeping hard corals. It is, however, very helpful. If you do not have a calcium reactor, check your calcium level and carbonate hardness on a very regular basis. You will have to add calcium and carbonates often. Heat and cooling. Reef tanks are usually kept at a temperature between 25 and 28 degrees Celsius, 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Radical temperature shifts should be avoided as these can be particularly harmful to reef invertebrates and fish. Depending on the location of the tank and the conditions therein, heat, air conditioning, Aquatic 2000 Fish may install a heater and/or a chiller for the tank. Heaters are relatively inexpensive and readily available at any local fish store. Aquarists frequently use the sump to hide unsightly equipment such as heaters. Chillers, on the other hand, are expensive and are more difficult to locate. For many aquarists, installing surface fans and running home air conditioning suffice in place of a chiller. Fans cool the tank via evaporative cooling and require more frequent top-off of the aquarium water.